Oh, what's happening everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well today. We have a super exciting video. So we have the PG27UCDM that I'm gonna bring you guys a video today and give you my overall thoughts on what I think about the monitor. As you guys can see, we actually have the box right there for the PG32UCDM. So that was actually the monitor I used to own before I gave it to my friend. So guys, I know a lot of you have been waiting for a video like this, and I just wanna say I'm sorry I haven't been posting a lot. We definitely will be posting a lot more. We actually just hit 22,000 subscribers on my other channel, Landed in a Hellcat. So that's actually where I've been putting my main focus at. But I wanted to bring you guys a lot more content of all the PC hardware and all that type of content. We just got the 5090 in yesterday, and we've been making content with the new PG27UCDM. So guys, without further ado, let's go in. Let's show you guys pretty much the monitor, and let's actually show you some gameplay and just kind of cover my overall thoughts on this monitor. So if you guys don't know, here's the PG27UCDM. We're gonna start giving you guys some gameplay content here. We're gonna jump into a game of Call of Duty. Here's kind of the, it's the same design as the PG32UCDM, but it's just a 27-inch monitor. Now this monitor does support DisplayPort 2.1, which actually gives you the full bandwidth without using display stream compression. So we're jumping into a match here. Hopefully you guys can all see it. And we pretty much are recording this at 4K 120 Hertz. And guys, I must say the PG32UCDM was a complete masterpiece, but there is some things to say about this monitor. Now, since you get a better pixel per inch on this 27-inch version, this does give you a sharper image over the PG32UCDM, and it's very noticeable. But guys, I have to be honest with you and say that there is one thing that ASUS needs to do on this monitor, and that is just tweak the brightness a little bit in HDR mode. So for some of you guys that know, ASUS came out with a firmware update for the PG32UCDM, which increased HDR brightness on the console HDR mode. Now, guys, I'm not trying to just dog on this monitor. I'm really not. This is easily the best 27-inch 4K OLED monitor out. By far, it just is. I mean, the performance, the brightness, the colors, it's all there, guys. It is absolutely stunning to look at this monitor. But I have to be honest when I'm bringing you guys these videos. Even though I'm a huge ASUS fan and the PG32UCDM was a complete masterpiece, the price of these monitors, they should be amazing. I mean, this monitor came in right at around $1,200 when I bought it. I think it's still around like what, $1,100, maybe $1,200 still to this day. And you know what, guys? Everything is pretty much a 10 out of 10 on this monitor besides the HDR brightness. Now, it's not a huge deal. It really isn't. It's still a bright monitor. Don't get me wrong. But if I had to pick out something that really stands out, it is the brightness in HDR mode. But remember, it's not terrible. So it really is not terrible. It's just something that I think if ASUS came out and they said, hey, we're gonna do the same thing we did with the PG32, and we're gonna just come out with a firmware update that increases that brightness, I mean, guys, it's already the best monitor out. That would just make it even better. So as you guys can see right now, we have the 5090. This is actually the MSI Supreme Liquid SoC. Comes with a 360mm radiator. But yeah, guys, stunning monitor, really. The contrast is absolutely amazing on this monitor. You really just get the deep colors, you get the deep blacks. And guys, we're not even running DLSS right now. And we're hitting 170, 180 FPS without using DLSS. And this is max settings. And we're even recording, which takes away another 10 to 12 FPS. So yeah, performance and the display itself are absolutely stunning. I mean, really, we had to tweak a few settings, which on the next video, we can go over the settings that I actually am using right now. You can hit the little toggle button on this And this actually is gonna give you all of your settings right here. So we got the HDR settings in here. You can come down to HDR. Here's all the different settings, kind of like the PG32. They have a couple additional settings. Now, let's go over some of the new features that ASUS actually added on this monitor, which is really cool. They actually have a proximity sensor that you can actually use right here. Proximity sensor, screen off in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. And then they have the distance here that you can set as well. Super cool. And they also have an anti-flicker mode, which if you're easily distracted by the flicker mode, which I never really had an issue with flicker, but they do have an anti-flicker mode in here somewhere that if you wanna turn that on, here it is right here, OLED anti-flicker mode. So that's kind of cool. It seems like the technology is really just improving over time with these monitors. Got the pixel cleaning, all that good stuff, guys. So I wouldn't really worry about burn-in with these newer monitors. It's, you know, the burn-in is not really an issue anymore. You know, you just want to make sure you're not leaving your monitor just, you know, on for, you know, hours upon hours in the, you know, with nothing going on. So we just finished a game right there. And, you know, I tell you guys what, if you're a console player, you're going to be able to use the 4K. I mean, you're not going to be able to use the 240, but it will max out at 4K 120. So that's kind of cool for you. You can use the HDMI 2.1. But if you just look at the clarity on this, I don't know if it's going to come through on the camera. The clarity really is stunning on this monitor. The sharpness is really what I'm trying to say. So the sharpness is noticeable over the PG27UCDM. It is sharper for sure. You look at text, anything, it's just super, super clear. We're jumping into another match here to give you guys, you know, a little bit of a different view on maybe like a lighter map. That was kind of a darker map. But if you look at the detail, hopefully my camera picks it up. It really is an amazing monitor. You know, the best monitor between the two, it's gonna come down to your preference. Do you prefer a 27? Do you prefer the 22? We're jumping into another map right now. And it just, yeah, it looks so good, guys. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about the monitor. Does it look good? Hopefully it looks good through my camera. I mean, as you can see, like this right here, this is pretty bright. I mean, this looks really, really good right here. You got a nice sunny map. Vivid colors. We are using the console HDR mode, by the way. And I can go into the settings later. You know, we had to tweak the PG32 as well. But again, I think ASUS needs to come out with a firmware update to increase it just a little bit like they did on the PG32. They need to do it. So, you know, this monitor is expensive. I think ASUS will probably do this. But again, I give this monitor a 9 out of 10. And really, it is absolutely amazing how crystal clear this monitor is. I mean, it's just nuts, guys, how good it looks. It really is. I mean, just for the cherry on top, that's really the only reason I wanted to talk about the HDR, is I know a lot of people care about the HDR performance. So, remarkable monitor. Right now we're hitting really good FPS. I mean, guys, we're recording in 4K 120 and we don't even have DLSS, and we're hitting like, you know, sub low 200s, which is just absolutely amazing. The next video is going to be talking about probably the settings, and not only that, but we're gonna go over the differences between the 4090 and the 5090 performance. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, even drop a comment. I love hearing from all of you, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.